Johnny, we kind of filled you in on what was going on.
Yep.
This next person had an unbelievable weekend. My girlfriend and I were also talking about how it was like a police drama, and we were kind of rooting for the guy to get away and make his escape, and he did. And he agreed to be on this program first. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Steve McQueen of the sector, the host of the Kill Stream, Ethan Ralph. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. You know who can't hear you? The Milwaukee Police Department.
Yeah. So I would take a little issue because I didn't, commit any crimes. I know somebody said there was an APB out or something like that, but that's not the same as a warrant. And anyway, I hate to explain it to everybody, but I actually took time out to explain to somebody on Twitter yesterday. So I'm really not sure.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. The cops were looking for you, and you fucking gave them the slip. That's ridiculous. That's amazing.
Well, I didn't break any laws by doing that.
I didn't say. No, I'm not saying you broke any laws. I'm saying that I know a lot of people, myself included, who, when this whole thing was like, I woke up in the middle of the night. Or no, I woke up at like 5 a.m, and I see tweets where people are going, they're putting up with the dispatch and everything like that. They're like, they're looking for Ralph. And I'm like, dude, it's funny because I'm like, I hope he fucking goes to O'Hare because Chicago's not going to give a shit. And he flies down and he gets across the border. I mean, I know it was your real life, but like, it was like a movie to me. I'm just like, I hope the next
tweet. It's like watching Prison Break again.
Yeah, I hope the next tweet is from fucking Mexico. And he's like, gotcha, bitch. And then at one point yesterday, that's what we got.
Yes, I did go to O'Hare, and I had to just eat the cost of the flight in Milwaukee because once I realized, some things are being said online, and I said, well, probably just best to go to O'Hare and file. They're worried about people getting popped, with a hot one, bullet and stuff like that there, right? They're not really concerned with all that shit. So,
yeah, people in the chat are already writing Suffa Milwaukee. So let's start. I kind of started in the middle. Let's start at the beginning. People are going to find this hard to believe, but you and Scarlett planned a nice weekend of making a documentary about the quartering, and somehow it all went off the rails and shit got a little fucked up, which, it never happens. So we, what are you going to do? So now what was the walk us through the original plan from the time you get to the United States last week?
Well, I'll start before. There were a couple of friends of mine who suggested this mission, I guess you could say, for me. And I wanted to see Scarlett, and so already. And I said, okay, this sounds good. And they kind of, I won't say talked me into it. I didn't need too much talking. But that was the idea, to go and do something documentary on the quartering. I wanted to do an IRL stream on, Saturday, I guess. And, things went awry. I'm not here to slam Scarlett, by the way, or say anything bad about her.
Hey, Ethan, you're both toe boys. I can't take sides on this.
Yeah, that's not my goal here, but yeah, things went awry a little bit, and but yeah, that was the original idea, and I said, yeah, that sounds good because I want to come up to Wisconsin anyway and see Scarlett again. So that's what got me there. Yeah.
Okay, and then
also, sorry if I sound tired because I just got home literally like 3 or 4 hours ago. So it was quite a journey.
Yeah. So wait a minute. Let me, now I'm jumping around because I'm a terrible interviewer, but you said you just got home a few hours ago. So did you send some, or I could be misunderstanding them. Did you send some misdirection tweets out there where you're like, I'm back in Mexico, like at some point yesterday, and then you actually just got to Mexico not too long ago? Or did you spend a lot of time at the airport, or were there some connecting flights? How did that work?
it was connecting. I had to stay in Mexico City for a minute. And in Mexico City Airport, if you've ever been there, it's kind of a madhouse. And they can sometimes, they say they reveal the gate an hour before, but sometimes it's like, 30 minutes before. And so, eventually I did get from Mexico City to Merida. So, I was in Mexico City for a minute.
Okay. So you go and you're going to make this documentary about Jeremy. I'm assuming Scarlett's all on board for it. So what happened because the last thing I saw before you went into that Magic the Gathering place is you said, well, somebody's taken a long time to get ready. So what caused you for you to pursue the Jeremy thing and for her to hang back?
Well, again, I don't want to speak for her.
Just you.
That was not a slam on her, by the way. That was kind of a joke about, this woman taking a while to get ready.
We all do it. Yeah.
And I joked about, of course, I'm the fashionista. It's me saying, I'm well known for stylish fashion. But
your hat always matches your outfit.
It took a bit, and then we were on the way, and things kind of went awry from there. So didn't get to do the IRL stream, unfortunately, but I would hope people would understand why that didn't happen.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the IRL stream doesn't happen. When does and again, you can do this without trashing her. Just tell us the facts as you see them. What caused the contention? What caused the split up where, she says you took off with your laptop, or with her laptop? Explain the laptop situation and all of that stuff. Walk us through that.
Well, I didn't have her laptop. I don't really want to go into that because it's, I don't know what Milwaukee's up to exactly, but he just disconnected because we're trying to get people not to clip this so we can put it up. So the laptop thing, you said you didn't necessarily want to go into too much detail. Just tell us what you feel comfortable with. We're all, because, we get it from Scarlett, and sometimes those can be, and I'm not shitting on her, those can be a little disjointed and hard to follow. So what you feel comfortable telling us about how you guys parted company this time, the laptop, the car, everything like that. Walk us through what you can. Well, as far as the car goes, I'm not trying to throw any shade or anything like that as what happened there. If I need to go into full detail at some point, I will. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, basically, anything like that. And so, but yeah, there was an issue with the Saab, and look, I have to take some of the blame on my own because I should have, done the stream 2 or 3 days earlier. So I'll take the blame for that. And so we're rushing. And she actually, I watched part of her video just this morning, actually. And she had canceled my flight where I got the refund and got to stay an extra day so I could do more of what I came there to do. And it just kind of fell apart going to Milwaukee. And so, that's what happened. And I did have a flight booked out of Milwaukee. I at first said I was going to O'Hare. That was not believed. And then I actually did go to O'Hare.
Okay.
So
when did you? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
When did you find out that the Milwaukee police were looking for you?
Well, I saw some tweets on Twitter. I actually didn't watch the video at the time, but it's like good luck at MKE Part 2 and stuff like that. And you can't check in until, you can't cross the gates until the security until like 4 or 5 a.m. And it was, I don't know, 2 or 3. And this is the same place I had a problem in, a month or so ago, right? And so these people know me. I did talk to an officer there asking about, where my gate would be and all this stuff. But eventually I decided to vacate the premises. So I'm getting a drink of water. It's not my fault. But so I just decided to go to Chicago. It was quite an expensive Uber ride to go to Chicago.
How much? I was wondering, how much is an Uber? I'm sorry to ask the Larry King questions here, but how much is an Uber from Milwaukee to Chicago?
Well, I say expensive, but not as bad as you might think. It was $175, I believe. And then I had to buy another flight. I will say that again, without getting too much into our personal relationship, I have talked to her yesterday and since, and she helped me yesterday with a flight situation, we'll say. And so I'm not here to trash her. I realize some people might want that or whatever, but
well, we're gonna get to that part where things stand right now. Do you know what? You kind of alluded to it, that you may be sure, you may not be sure. What is the Milwaukee Police Department's involvement in this now? Because I have a feeling, like my opinion on it is that the Milwaukee Police Department will be like, good, he's fucking gone, we're done. Like, who gives a shit?
Move on.
Stay, like basically the Marcellus Wallace. Once you gone, you stay gone.
Yeah, I think, if I would have hung around there and started arguing with them and stuff like that, even though I was not fucked up, believe it or not, at that point. And, I just thought that was a really bad idea. And Wisconsin, not my favorite state. I do care for Scarlett, but I just thought it was time. It was time to go to Chi-Town. And
do you regret not getting the quartering content?
Yes.
What was the plan there?
Well, I do have some, but I wanted to do an IRL stream or two, and also go around and interview people and talk to people. And I did talk to some people that didn't want to go on camera, but do something a little bit different than just an IRL stream alone. And I may have bitten off a little more than I could chew on that. And it's not her fault. It's really kind of both. We get volatile sometimes, and she's like me in a certain way, and we argue or whatever. And that's not the majority. I know this is gonna sound like cope or whatever, but we had like a perfect day until we got in that car to go to Milwaukee. And historically, you may not know this about me, but I get a little uppity, a little nervous just being in a car in the passenger seat in the first place, even though I've almost died as the driver like 20 times.
Yeah.
Because you have no control, right? I don't know if this makes sense, right? You have no control over what's going on. And so I'm already, you could maybe call it PTSD, because I've been in so many wrecks. And so, I blame the car ride mostly. And so, it just didn't turn out.
I'll tell you this. You say that you two are very volatile or whatever. I do want to let you know, you do a good job of hiding it from the public.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, no, you never would have guessed until I just revealed it.
I brought you here to talk about the quartering. I had no idea this other stuff was even going on. You guys kept it out of the headlines.
The thing is, like, most of the times we've had arguments or whatever, they've happened in the car. So I don't know. I take some of the blame myself. We were going to go on, let's see, Friday. She was really tired, and I just thought it wouldn't be a good idea to go that day, because she didn't have much sleep and all this stuff. And so I just let her sleep. Saturday, that was Thursday we were supposed to go. And then, I don't know, the days are mixed up.
Yeah,
sir.
the days run together when you don't sleep a lot.
But we were going to go Yeah, so I think it was Thursday, and then that didn't happen. Changed the flight, and then we tried to go again, and then the dispute happened. Yeah.
So could you have spent? Do you regret not taking a day to clean that fucking apartment? Because holy shit, bro.
Now her apartment's really nice, actually.
Is it? Because on the streams, it looks cluttered.
Well, she is a fashionista, as I alluded to earlier, and she has a bunch of clothes and stuff like that. But no, it wasn't like.
So it's like college dorm messy.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like, oh my God, how can I be here? Not at all. It's kind of a little cozy spot there in Madison. Madison's actually a very beautiful city, and so
yeah, I've lived in Minnesota my whole life. The entire state of Wisconsin can be sunk into the ocean with an iron fist. Fuck all those people. Let me fucking
I would never say that,
cheesy cocksuckers, all of them. Let me ask you this. I think people are going to be mad when they hear this, because I think a lot of people, you're a natural heel. I can identify with that. A lot of people probably, when they heard this was going to happen, they were like, oh, this is going to be the snakening of Ralph and Scarlett, and it's going to be a war, and it's going to be a feud. And we can't help but notice that you're couching your words very carefully. You're speaking very carefully, is not to say anything bad. It sounds like maybe you two are in the process of some sort of reconciliation.
I hope so.
I'll just say we talked extensively yesterday, and I still wish the best for her. Everything I said positively about her, I still stand by that. It's just honestly the car rides, and sometimes I don't know. I had the feeling that first day, and then we had plenty of sleep the next time we went, and it still just did not go off.
Maybe we go for more walks.
Well,
cut the car rides down.
I get a little anxious too, because I'm about to do a show, and I have to do all these things and set it up and make sure it goes right. And she's trying to look her best and putting on all these cool clothes and all this stuff. So it's two different types of anxiety, I guess you could say. And I usually don't get anxious, but IRL streams a little bit, yeah. And this was kind of a big one. And so it's like, come on, we got to go. And we were already a little behind schedule. But I take some of the blame for that myself. And you're right. People would expect me to come on here and trash her and slam her. That's not
Ralph. You're not even cutting a promo. You're not even hollering. This is like a 60-minute sit down, Ralph, that we're getting here. So you guys must really be well on the road to forgiveness.
Like I said, I don't want to get into private conversations, but she helped me greatly yesterday, and I think I put out a tweet. I think some folks can't really understand how it can go from a really volatile argument to lovey-dovey. If you've been in one of these type of situations, you know how easily that can happen.
Hey, Ralph. Yeah. I've been there.
Right. Yeah. That's okay.
I just want to say, I hope it ends better for you.
I'd say if I were Ralph, I wouldn't want to be that comparison.
No, you don't want Ralph. You don't want your relationships compared to my past ones.
I'm just saying, like, I see some people in disbelief, and why is he not slamming her? And she said these things, and he said these things, and that was then, and now's now, and I don't know. I can't sit here and give you, even if I knew the status of our relationship or anything like that. I'll just say I don't have anything bad to say about her.
Johnny, there's only one explanation for this: the fact that she's still helping him, the fact that they're still talking very nicely. There's only one explanation, and that is she like it the way his dick tastes.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would imagine she enjoys it.
She misses the Ralph load.
She like it the sauce.
Yeah. She like it a juice.
we had a lot of, I say this every time.
She like it a juice, huh? Hey, Ralph, she like it a juice? You get more juice for her.
We had a great time overall. And, I tried to get her to do this before. Maybe I shouldn't say this because this is a private moment, but she broke out her guitar and started playing a song for me, and she's very talented, and I don't think everybody knows that. She showed me videos, but I'd never seen her play live, and so she's deeper than people think.
Hey, Ethan.
Yeah.
You like it a Scarlett, huh? I get you more, Scarlett. So here's my idea. I got an idea. So we're finding solutions here. Number one, you guys take more walks rather than more drives. Number two, this is a novel concept. I think you should roll with this next to this beautiful country. It's the Yucatan Peninsula. She comes to Mexico next. Change of scenery might help.
Well, that's been discussed before, and maybe, who knows? I think if you want me to just totally tell the truth, I think I have some things I need to take care of in my own private life, and these 6 years have been insane.
Yeah.
And I didn't fall off the wagon. I kind of jumped off the wagon within reason. I don't think I've been as wild as I was before, but still, there's some things I need to take care of.
Well, dude, you're getting old as fuck. That's what's going on. You're getting old as fuck.
That happens.
Yeah.
And I told you, I'm proud of actually. I was like, man, 40 years old. I'm feeling it every single second of those.
You look it. No, I'm just.
I still have more hair than you.
It's been a long flight. God damn.
Well, yeah, the flights too. Sorry if I sound too tired. I guess I could get hyped up if you want, but
tell me what a bitch she is. No, I'm just. Okay, so you're open to the idea of her coming to Mexico. I'm gonna throw out a solution, and I think Johnny endorses it 100%. You know what I think can fix all this?
What?
Just have a kid.
Oh dear Lord! I was gonna suggest a driver.
No. Just knock her up.
That's been suggested.
Yes!
Ralph,
baby! Ralph, baby! Ralph, baby! Yes, just fucking have a kid with her, and then she'll settle down. She can move to Mexico, and you guys can live there. You can raise a little Mexican white Wisconsin Memphis baby in the heart of Mexico. I think this is the way to go.
It's been discussed. I think I may have rushed into that type of decision a couple times before.
Yeah, right. But you know the saying, the third time's a charm.
Right.
Initiate the killception.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't know if that's the best idea to just rush into something like that. Is there a way I can bully you into this? Like if I call you a fag for like an hour straight, will you be like, I'll prove to him, Holt, I'm not gay, and then you guys just have a kid? Probably not. Although I do think you have one up on me, so I do have to kind of
you got to catch up to me.
Speaking of someone whose relationship fell apart, the kid's the answer.
Yeah. I mean,
always fixes it.
Ego. That might actually be the way.
Look, that might not convince you though, because if we get into that, I'd be like, because my whole thing is, thank God I didn't have a kid with the last one. So like, you might. I'm not gonna sell you on that idea. If we go down, don't make it a me comparison, because I'm worried that's gonna fall apart and that's not gonna get us Ralph a Scarlett baby.
Yeah, well, I also, people in my chat, a couple of, I won't say A-logs, but people poking me, the super chat say that, cause I say, well, I have 2 white children. How many you have? And they said, well, really you need 3 to get above replacement rate.
True.
So you've kind of failed. And so, we'll see, what happens on that score.
Dude, do you know how amped Scarlett would be to have a purebred white baby?
Again, I don't want to speak for her. We've definitely had conversations like that, but like it's also is, things need to be taken care of in our own lives, if that makes sense. I don't speak for her. I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah. I get it. I get that part, but like, fuck it.
I have a kid in California, one in New York, and now we're going to Wisconsin. Can I really spread out the map as far as possible? I don't know. Maybe
there's only one way you'll know for sure.
You got to try.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've talked about that. I don't think joked around about it, but yeah, we've talked about it. And I don't know. I told her this. I want the best for her. It's a shame that, I had to vacate the area and go to Chicago.
Just say flee the country. You're sorry you had to flee the country.
Yeah, I didn't flee the country because there's no warrant out on me.
No. I just love that you gave the cops the slip.
Well, I said this on Twitter, but one of the girl boss cops got on the phone and started asking me questions, and I told her to get fucked. That's literally what I said.
Attaboy. Treat them like mushrooms, Ralph. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark.
Well, then she said, that's not how this works. I said, this is exactly how it fucking works. Have you read the fucking Constitution, you dumb bitch? And so then I hung up the phone. So, yeah. And I went to O'Hare.
Well,
after that, I have to go.
I tell you what, man, the breaking news out of this is that Scarlett Ralpha baby is in the air. You know what? She might Linda Hogan your ass. I don't know if you watched the Hulk documentary, but she just went off her birth control and then Nick Hogan came along. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? And I know maybe this is not, as firebrand as some people wanted, but I didn't want that because, I just came here to talk about what happened as much as I feel comfortable about that. And, I didn't come here to trash her or say a bunch of bad things. We both said things on Twitter that don't speak for her. I don't. Again, but I think we both regret that. But it's happened before, and we're both fiery. And I'm home now. This is my home, Merida, Mexico.
I'm gonna read you a few of these. I think some of these people are trying to get you fired up. I got 3 or 4 of these, and this is from Joey Caravello. He with $1. He says, "How much is it for me to eat out Scarlett's butt for an hour?" Get him, Ralph.
I don't think you can afford it.
I could not tell you. You would have to get that price on your own. I'm not sure.
All right.
I didn't pay, but yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Los Federales with $1 says, "Hey, Ethan, no one knows or gives a shit who you are. This conversation has the excitement of a stillborn." Don't say that. We're talking about having babies here. "And getting interviewed by Aaron isn't exactly making it." Now, obviously, I disagree. But go ahead. Please tell us more.
Well, I'm one of the most famous people in online history, so I really don't have to say anything else other than that. I mean, the record speaks for itself.
I think you and Scarlett are definitely back together because none of this is getting under your skin. I think all's good in the world, and you guys are trying to play it close to the vest. God bless. DP.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the next one. Yeah.
DP Granny with $1 says, "The biggest thing we can all take from this is that Ralph is a total that can't keep his bitch on a leash. Ralph can talk all the shit he wants, but he will always be considered a total." Ralph, get him.
Well, so let me double back to another part of this. A lot of people wanted me to go to Quartering's house, and he put out a tweet and told people not to go to his house. Now, that's a good way to get arrested, actually. Somebody explicitly says, don't go to their house, and then you go to their house. Depends on the officer, but you could get arrested for that. And so I was never going, that was never in the cards. And as far as, quote unquote, keeping a bitch on a leash, there are ways to do that too. That are not kosher, shall we say. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, is what I'll say.
A Logatog with $5 says, "God's plan, you can't stop the Ralpha mail."
God's plan. My arrival was imminent here in Mexico. I I was amused though that a couple people thought that I had faked the video and that I was still in America somehow. No, bro, I got to Mexico as quickly as possible because I just didn't want to deal with the police. They didn't have a warrant. There is no warrant, but still, I don't like dealing with the police. I don't like them. I don't respect them, except for the Mexican police. And you think I'm joking? They're actually so much more chill. Here in Mexico, you have way more freedom. They're not like trying to pick at you over little stuff. Kind of like Chicago, actually, right? Yeah.
Well, Ralph is a Mexican Fed confirmed.
Federal, they call it National Guardia, I think now. They changed it.
Before I let you go, there was the thing about... and then we have another super chat we need to get to. Ethan Ralph on the line. What was the thing about Epstein and the Project 2020 or 2030 or whatever thing? What was that all about?
I don't remember that tweet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that your official answer?
Yeah, I do not recall.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm a professional. I understand. Shuli Madoff with $5 says Johnny knows about dogs on a leash. His baby mom has him chained downstairs right now. Johnny, you're catching strays out here.
Yeah, I didn't do anything to deserve that. I'm not chained downstairs. I'm free to move. You don't need to chain me. I can't walk very well.
Yeah, you're not chained. You're handcuffed, and there's a big difference. Big difference. $1 from Mr. Sista. Oh, thank God he's not calling me, what is it, kitty girl? On this one?
Yeah.
He says, Ralphie boy is loaded. Then it's about your mom. I don't want to say, I don't feel comfortable reading shit about his mom. That's not nice. But you don't sound loaded. You sound exhausted though.
No, you can. Yeah, I am. But no, go ahead and read it.
Okay. When Sandra, that's your mom, right?
Yes.
Okay. When Sandra went to hell, he put his retarded brother in a retard home and took all the inheritance for himself. And drank, and Zanny shorted it away.
So, no offense to my mother, but there was not really an inheritance there. And that was partially my fault, too. But regardless, it's not like, I don't know, it was $2 or $3 grand, something like that. Property I did inherit, etc. My brother already, not that it's any of their fucking business, my brother. But regardless, he already lived in that assisted living facility because he has cerebral palsy, and he's 1 year younger than me, actually 9 months younger than me, which is wild. And so he's been there for a minute, 10 to 15 years, because once cerebral palsy gets advanced, you really can't take care of him in a home unless you're like super rich and can hire nurses to take care of him. He has a feeding tube that has to be monitored and all that stuff. Oh, wow. Not that they give a shit about it.
All right, man. I tell you what, thank you very much for coming on and letting us know what's up. Last final statement, your last word. Are we going to see Ethan and Scarlett in the same place together again in the future?
You never say never.
I like that. That's a working answer right there, as they say in the wrestling business. That's a working answer.
Other than that, they never say never. Whatever's good for business, but
hey, bro. Brett came back. Anybody can come back.
Anybody can do it.
That's right, and I actually do wish her well. I'm sorry that it went down like this weekend, but I'm back home, and
I would tell you to have her call the show, but I trust you in the situation I'm in a lot more than I trust her. No offense.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, again, you're speaking for yourself.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man,
it's all good. And thank you for, again, sorry that I'm tired and I didn't give me burning quotes or anything like that.
Nobody was going to be happy with this because I think a lot of people wanted an exciting, dramatic, confrontational thing with you and her. And I kind of knew before you even called in that wasn't going to happen. I just wanted to hear the story.
Well, I appreciate it, brother, and I hope you have a good rest of your Monday.
All right, stay safe and have a baby.
Goodbye.
All right, bye. There he goes.